I returned to Tunisia on the one-year anniversary of the revolution to see how things had progressed since the summer, when I had begun filming a documentary about Tunisia after the revolution with my Tunisian-American colleague, Sarah Momori. My first stop was the town of Sousse, to visit the mother of one of the main two characters of our documentary, Hayet Bouguera, a modernist civil engineer who blogged messages against the old Ben Ali regime with her son Bassem. Hayet said that she didn't trust that the newly elected Nahda, or moderate Islamic ruling party, would protect her rights as a modern Tunisian woman, and that she feared a slide into a more Islamic state. I wanted to check that idea with Nahda party member Jahara Tis, the other main subject of our documentary, who, since I'd last seen her, had been elected to serve as a member of the Constituent Assembly that would write Tunisia's new constitution. Jahara was elected as one of its 42 female representatives in the parliament. Jahara said that she felt quite comfortable as a female parliamentarian, even if she acknowledged that women often spoke less in sessions than their male counterparts. She spoke openly about her frustration with some fellow members of parliament, including members of her own party, who seemed to need to simply voice their opinions with little regard for the topic at hand sometimes, thereby wasting valuable time that should have been spent writing the Constitution. But ultimately, said Jahara, her constituents from Tataouine in the south of Tunisia were far more concerned about economics than when the Constituent Assembly would begin writing their constitution. In addition to soaring rates of unemployment, Tunisia's tourism industry, devastated by the revolution, is slow to return. Still down about 30% from pre-revolution levels, sites such as this, empty parking lots and few tourists, mark the magnificent ruins of Rouen Douga. In the capital, merchants like this are struggling to survive the decline, and many believe that the government should be doing more to re-attract the European holiday traveler. Typically accounting for 10% of Tunisia's overall GDP, the economy is reeling without this previously steady hard currency base. Jahara told me that she thought the period Tunisia was currently experiencing was even more difficult than after independence, because then, at least, Tunisians understood that they were starting from ground zero. Now, many Tunisians were frustrated by the slow pace of change following in the aftermath of their exhilarating and courageous revolution. They were losing patience with a government still governed, in some cases, by former President Ben Ali's cronies. It isn't fair to expect too much change too quickly, argued Intisar Khariji, human rights activist and daughter of Nahda party leader Rachid Ghannouchi. Intisar also addressed modernist Tunisians' concerns around women's rights in Tunisia, saying that it was easy to forget that for all the years under Ben Ali, Tunisian women were persecuted for wearing the hijab, or Islamic headscarf, and that the fact that women can now go to school and work dressed as they choose should be celebrated. Currently studying for a law degree, Intisar said that the notion that her Islamic party represses women is ludicrous. She said that her father stressed education in her house and has encouraged all three of her sisters to pursue their PhDs. This man, a chemical engineer who just came back from Russia to help rebuild his country, told us that Tunisians now have freedoms they hadn't had for years. He intends to help create jobs by starting a plastics company and plans to help create Tunisia's future. Tunisia Live news source founder Ziad Meherzi told us that the challenges that lie ahead for Tunisia are significant, but that democracy prevailed in his country, and he has no doubt that Tunisia's future will be better for ordinary Tunisians than its past.